18 artists of different ages and backgrounds have their painstakingly done art pieces on display.
Survivor, which is an ink on recycling rag. So Survivor is trying to talk about the state of Nigeria, the state of the nation. People are really fighting for survival. I look around me, I do a little study, and I notice that women are the ones really fighting for the survival. Why would I say women? Because they are in charge of the home.
We go market from Bates view. I don't like to do conventional things. I like to take my view from a perspective that bubbles the mind. We cannot isolate from the events of Lagos. It's evolving and there are a lot of changes. You understand me, but there has to be a documentation. Very soon the Oyinbo you are seeing today will not be the Oyinbo of tomorrow.
The title of the work is Africa Internet. The medium is acrylic on canvas, but the name for the work is conceptual pointillism. I use a keyboard, phones, electrical panels to bring out the pots. Actually, this pot is a traditional pot used by the Yorubas in Nigeria. So they use this to monitor someone anywhere around the world, anywhere you go. So that's why I titled it Africa Internet. It's as good as computer.
I featured 3 works in this particular show. It's in a series of the works I titled Defense Mechanism, where I use bulls as a metaphor in the interpretation of some of our socio-political issues we have in Nigeria.
Little Bride. Where is the joy of every little child to attend the wedding ceremony, especially when they are chosen as the little bride. You see that joy. It's a metal scrap I got from the junkyard, which I find appealing. While the second piece is titled Let's Race. I grew up in the barracks, in the army barracks, so it was fun. So I would say any little child that does not go through that process of rolling that tire, especially with this rainbow paint, has really missed a lot.
There was also performance art. This exhibition with the theme, Early Visual Manifest, from Zaria to London, is in honor of late Reverend John Noserime Thomas.
This is more like a way of remembering him for all that he has done, aside from the fact that he was one of the very foremost artists that contributed to the foundation of art in Nigeria. Art really started in Zaria, Ahmadu Bello University, and his contemporaries like Professor Bruce Onubakweya, Yusuf Grillo, and the likes, they all started together. Back then in Zaria, art was forming. They were in it for fun. For some of them, it was more like, okay, this was a way of expressing themselves in terms of how they could express their creativity and the likes. Art has, over the years, evolved to something that is exceptionally different.
Late Reverend Noserime did all these and more whilst alive. He became an art teacher and retired as a principal. He is survived by 8 sons and 1 daughter. 2 of his children are artists. This posthumous exhibition is to celebrate a man who contributed to the growth and development of modern art in Nigeria.
In our time, we were very few. There were only 6 of us who left school the same year. I was the only painter. I know them. I had seen them before when we were in college. But the idea of bringing out this work from his archives and exhibit them years after he had gone is to me a good step in the right direction. They are remembering their father, and I pray that their own children will remember them long after they are dead too.
Reverend John Noserime Thomas died 12 years ago at the age of 82. He left an enduring legacy.